Hello and welcome to episode 5 of Cut the Western Shit. I know I haven't posted one of these videos in a while, but I wanted to make sure that when I did, I picked a topic that I was truly passionate about. Now, previously, I stated that I would never make a Cut the Western Shit on Hashinshin, as it would be comparable to picking on a mentally impaired toddler or something like that. But if a mentally impaired toddler spouted as much bullshit as Hashinshin, then he would probably deserve a Cut the Western Shit as well. So Hashinshin, welcome to your video. Recently, I was browsing through Twitter when I saw this tweet from Hashinshin where he says, "Okay, I'm gonna say something we all know is true. Jungle is stronger than ever, Stormrazor is so OP that it makes up for any AD carry nerfs, mage items are disturbingly overtuned, and the only thing that changed was Conqueror and Sterix got nerfed." Which he follows up by saying, "Been spending most of our lives living in an everyone but top laner's paradise." When I saw this, I decided to kindly remind him that the highest ranked solo queue player in NA is TF Blade, who is currently 360 LP above the rank 2 player, who is also a top laner. Furthermore, 5 out of the top 10 players in NA Challenger main top lane. Okay, let's just say that TF Blade is an outlier and remove him from the equation completely. Out of the remaining 8 players in the top 10 of NA solo queue, you have 3 top laners, 2 supports, 1 mid, 1 jungler, and 1 AD carry. Quick aside here, Tony Top, who has been at the top of the solo queue ladder all season, is a Jax one trick, and he even hit rank 1 briefly. Stats don't lie. Top laners dominate NA solo queue. Well, I didn't think it was possible. Somehow Hashinshin's reading comprehension is even worse than his top lane play. Clearly my tweet must have been lost in translation because Hashinshin understood it as me trying to say that jungle is weak. Hey man, I get it. I've complained about jungle before, and so have other solo queue junglers such as Metaphor and Tarzan. But the difference between us complaining and you complaining is that the 3 of us are perennial challenger solo queue junglers, where you have been stuck in diamond all season, and my god, as of late, it does not look good. As I'm making this video, you are currently in Diamond 4 at 20 LP. Regardless of all that, in no point in my conversation with you on Twitter was I trying to say that jungle is weak. I simply am trying to say that top lane is strong in NA solo queue specifically, which is relevant because it's the region that we all play in. But this didn't stop Hashinshin. He went on to post a 4-minute video explaining and showcasing how he is right about top lane being a bad role. Obviously, this video was extremely rushed and poorly thought out. I mean, he only uploaded it 1 hour after we had this disagreement on Twitter, but the video boils down to him explaining over and over again that there is a player in solo queue who is currently rank 1 with a 71% win rate maining jungle. Congratulations, Hashinshin. You have proved the argument that I didn't make to be false once again. For the 500th time, my argument has been that top lane is a completely fine and viable role in NA solo queue. I'm not sure if you were too lazy or just decided to leave out the name of this player to try to make your position seem more legitimate, but if you did any research at all, you would have found out that this account was actually a Riot Smurf of Tarzan, not to be confused with Tarzan, the former NA rank 1 jungler. If you don't know who Tarzan is or don't follow the LCK, I'll give you a quick breakdown of this player. Tarzan has been hovering around rank 1 to 5 of the Korean solo queue ladder for over a year now and is the jungler for Griffin, a team that is currently in the LCK finals. He is widely considered to be either the best or the second best jungler in the world, so it is very possible that he is an outlier based on the fact that him and his team went from the Korean Challenger Series to the LCK Finals in 1 split. Also, you seem to gloss over the fact that there are 2 top laners currently ranked number 3 and number 4 on the Korean solo queue ladder. I think it's hilarious that when someone mentioned this to you on Twitter, your response was, "Oh look, they just play lane bullies and tanks," as if that somehow discredits their rank and the role in general. Alright, let me let you guys in on a little secret here. Everyone who wants to win in Korean solo queue plays what's good in their role. You know Tarzan, the guy whose 71% win rate you're just jacking off to? Guess what? He's only playing meta junglers as well. Guys, the word of the day is adaptation. If you want to be good in solo queue, you have to adapt to what is strongest in your role. And if you can't, then you are not allowed to complain about the overall strength of your role. Now that that dumbass argument is out of the way, let's talk about Hashinshin as a player. I actually think that Hashinshin has pretty decent mechanics, but he is by far one of the absolute dumbest players in high elo. Well, I guess not high elo anymore, I guess in Diamond 4. Simple concepts such as the jungler starting bot side and potentially being able to gank top level 3 or having to wait till certain levels or item spikes in order to trade in top lane seem completely lost on him. Albert Einstein once said that the definition of insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So by this logic, maybe Hashinshin isn't stupid, maybe he's just insane. I mean, the amount of times I've seen Hashinshin force an obviously losing level 1 fight and then go on to complain about champion strengths is ridiculous.
I really like the interactive Yasuo gameplay, where he literally just walks up to you and presses Q repeatedly. That's my favorite game. Why is Fiora unbanned? What is God? Oh.
Imagine if I had a real weapon. Surprise, I'm back.
Jesus Christ. Thanks, Riot.
First blood.
Okay.
Obviously, Hashinshin would love you to believe that he could play those champions that he considers OP or avoid ganks if he really wanted to, but he hides behind the shield of not having to do any of that because he considers that not fun. It reminds me of when you're on the playground as a kid and one of your friends doesn't know the answer to something, so when you ask them what the answer is, they say, "I don't want to tell you." Hashinshin, do you know how to avoid a gank? Yeah. Well, can you show me how to avoid a gank? I don't wanna. Hashinshin, do you think that Jace is a broken top laner? Yeah. Well, can you play a game of Jace and show me how broken Jace is? I don't wanna. I personally do not believe Hashinshin any more than I believed my friend Jimmy in 3rd grade when he told me that he knew what the square root of 64 was, but he didn't want to tell me. I mean, we've all seen Hash try to play the champions that he complains about so heavily. This season, he's played 100 games on Fiora with a 49% win rate and a 1.0 KDA. And the tanks that he's tried to play don't look much better. Who knows how far he could have fallen if he didn't always revert back to playing the only champions he knows how to play. He might have been down there with Tobias in Plat 5. I'm not sure when a Jackson Kled 2-trick started to become the authority on game balance in the top lane, but I think it just stems from the fact that Hashinshin cries about balance more than anyone, so most people decided to just start hearing what he had to say. Please understand that listening to Hashinshin on game balance in the top lane is the equivalent of listening to Tyler 1 on his ideas to reform library etiquette, or listening to Riot Games on their opinions of how to treat women in the workplace. You just shouldn't do it. I'm so confident that top lane is in a fine spot right now that I am going to start an unranked account, and I am going to outrank Hashinshin playing only top lane myself on stream. All this guy does is cherry pick stats like the play rate of top lane to support his random arguments, but then when those stats actually change and no longer benefit his case, then he just disregards them as if they meant nothing in the first place. This guy will do literally anything to support his pathetic bullshit narrative that top lane is weak until the only two top laners that are playable are Kled and Jax. To end this video, we are going to play a little game called Shut the Fuck Up Until You Hit Challenger. And the way we play is this. Hashinshin's not going to post tweets about game balance, post videos on YouTube, threads on Reddit, or talk about game balance on a stream until he's able to attain the rank of Challenger in NA. And as he said, NA is a super bad region, so it should be pretty easy for him. Now the prize is this. If he is able to do this before the end of Season 8, I will host his streams and retweet all the tweets he wants of him complaining about the state of top lane. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to like it and subscribe for more content like this. We recently revamped the YouTube channel and we are now uploading full game commentaries, variety gameplay, some highlights, and also content like this 6 days a week. I really hope you guys stick around, so until next time guys, peace out.